How exciting for the club, Andrew, to have another debutant this week.
Yeah, it's a really special story too with Malachi. He's been on a journey, and we took him from part of our NGA academy, and came to the club at the start of this year, and probably wasn't ready for AFL footy. He'd be the first to admit that, but he's worked really hard this year, really hard on his game. He's got himself fit. You know, he's really consistent with the role he's playing at waffle level, and he's put just consistent performances together. So it's a great opportunity for him to play. I don't love it, but he is going to start as sub tomorrow night. So I appreciate it's not ideal for a debutant, but Melly still seemed pretty happy when we told him. So yeah, it's really exciting.
You don't love it? Why are you doing it?
Well, it's our 22 played some pretty good footy last week, so we liked a lot of what they did. So we wanted to be consistent and keep the team the same, but we wanted to reward Melly as well.
Does that mean only the one change, Jaden Hunt out for Melly this week?
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
Jaden Hunt had a couple of tough weeks. The Carlton game subbed out, only 2 disposals, and then came on the weekend. How do you see his form at the moment? Does he just need to go back to the waffle and find some confidence?
Yeah, Hunty's played a lot of footy. He's been really consistent for us this year, but form can get everyone at different times, and so we're going to send Hunty back, build his game again like we've done with other players this year, and we've rewarded Malachi for his form.
You've got a couple of senior guys playing in the waffle then with, I think Matt Owie said he's going to play there this weekend as well. Tom Cole?
Yeah, so Coley's going to play. Yeah, they both missed a fair period of time with injury, so we just thought it was to set them up for the rest of the year, play in the waffle, build their game up, and see how they go.
With all due respect to those guys, how promising is it though that some of the senior players are being pushed out by some of the young guys with that competition for spots? Yeah,
it is a good point, and I think we are a young team at the moment. That's just what we've got, and I think the young guys are showing some great signs. So competition for spots is terrific, and we really want that, and it's encouraged at the moment that it's not an easy walk-up team.
How much of a relief is it, or we think, not to have to worry about Jesse Hogan this week?
We got an update yet?
Oh, I don't think he missed training yesterday with illness, so...
Well, we've planned for him. We'll just wait and see. He's a good player. He's a very good player. He obviously kicked a lot of goals against us last time, but if he doesn't play, so be it. But we've planned for him, and we'll be able to compete if he does play.
It's hard to know what to expect against GWS. Do you go back to those games a few weeks ago where Port got him and Richmond really had the better of him for probably 3 quarters to try to find some things you can expose them on?
Yeah, we do. And I know Kingers quite well. I've worked with him for a long time, so we do know each other. He's a good mate of mine. So I sort of have a fair understanding of the way they're trying to play. But we didn't get it done in round 4 at all. So we learned some really valuable lessons going back to our game against them. They're a really, really good team when they're up and about. So we've got some things that we need to be able to take away from them, which has been a focus of our week, and it'd be a good test for us.
Sorry to bring it up again, but obviously Hogan kicked 9, but that day they kind of walked it out at the stoppage at times. How much of a focus is that this week then?
Yeah, it is. They've got probably one of the best clearance players in the competition in Tom Green. So that's he's a really good player, but he's complemented by some other really good players around. So it's a part of the game we have to get right, and also their back half ball movement's really strong as well. So we've got some plans in place and some adjustments needed if we have to.
You didn't tag Dacos last week as well, but it was more of a team defence. Is that a similar thing then with Green? And is that the way you're going to go forward with your style? Is back in the team to get it done, but also the defensive system?
Yeah, I think it'll be week by week. Like every week we have plans that if we have to put the Jets on someone, we'll do it. I'm not sure how often we'll start with a full tag, but we might if we think the game needs it and the opposition needs it, we'll do it. But we'll have plans every week to try and stop some opposition best players.
8 debutants now, Andrew. How beneficial do you think it is to give these guys a taste, I guess, in the latter part of the season? What are they going to learn from it?
Look, it's quite a lot of debutants in a year, but every one of them has earned their spot. So we're just going to keep rewarding that. I think every taste you get of AFL footy, you get a bit of an idea of what it's about, and we got to play the team on top of the ladder last week and see how they go about their business, and you learn some stuff about that. Our young midfield's now put probably 6 or 8 consistent games together, and the more they play together, the better they'll get. So hopefully some opportunity comes, but we'll just keep rewarding the players in form and picking teams that we think can win each week.
What do you think the most important next step is for the group to turn those competitive performances into some wins?
Yeah, so for us it's just about consistency across 4 quarters. Like we've just probably battled to put a whole game together at this stage. There's been periods of a game where we've played really quite well and had the game on our terms. It's just those momentum swings. We've struggled to contain team scoring. So we're working hard on that.
Just in terms of all the young players that have played, a lot of fans, they let their mind wander to 2-3 years down the track and they're getting pretty excited. What's it like for you as a coach, just kind of like seeing these guys now and picturing what they might be like in a few years' time as well?
Yeah, well, there is some excitement, like no doubt about it, but there's so much hard work that needs to be done before that excitement comes to fruition, and we understand that, and we're in that phase now. We are working super hard. The guys are really driven. We've won 1 game for the year though, so we're not getting ahead of ourselves. Like I know we challenged Collingwood last week for a large period of the game, but we're still not at the level we want to be, and we want to be really driven to get there. So it's optimistic at the moment, no doubt, because we're seeing some young players perform at the level and look like they're going to be good players, but there's a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and we touched on Hunt earlier. I know last year he was battling through injuries at times. Has it been a similar case this year? And is that why his performances have dropped off? Yeah.
No, he's all good. He's fine.
Tom Sheed's retirement this week, Andrew. How have you seen his impact behind the scenes this year?
Yeah, it's look, it's a really challenging year this year for Dom. Like doing his knee early in the year, had a bit of foot trouble before that, so he wasn't able to string many training sessions together. But he's just played so much footy, mature person, humble. I think the influence he had, he still spoke in meetings, and Dom's the kind of person when he speaks, the room listens to. He doesn't speak every meeting, but he's really valuable when he did. So he was able to have a big influence on the group still, and a great competitor for this football club. Maybe one of the most iconic moments this football club's ever had belongs to Dom. So he'll be missed, but what a great career he had.
And Jeremy McGovern, is he sticking around and helping out?
Yeah, Gov will be around for sure. Yep. Caught up with Gov for lunch yesterday, and he wants to try and help where he can. So that's awesome for us. We'll try and make that work the best we can. And yeah, Gov's such a great person and a big influence around the footy club. So if we can have him around helping, that'll be great.
With such a young team, 6-day break, how have you had to manage the week?
Look, no different. It's we just planned our week as we've had a couple of 6-day breaks this year. So we trained on a couple of days ago. It was obviously a bit smaller training week, but some good education, and the boys were bubbly today and they're ready to go.
Everyone really excited about Job Shanahan's debut in looking back now, how do you see it, and do you think he's a forward or a backman long term?
It's a great question, and I think the beauty of it is that I don't know. I really think Job could play either ends of the ground and be a really good player, but we'll continue him playing forward for a little while. But if the game needs it, I'll swing him. That's the beauty of what Job can bring. I thought he competed really well. I thought he was, every time he's in a contest, he looks like he just floats, and he can do some things, but he's a young player that's going to take some time. We're excited for what Job can bring, but we have to be patient with young players as well.